Welcome to Red V TV, supported by Chapel House Cars for the 2025 season. As we continue our build up to the new campaign, we are 18 days away, Kevin, and that can only mean it's time for one man.
It's our number 18. It's Jake Wingfield. And Jake is sponsored by LDM Slate Roofing.
And we'll have his graphic up very shortly. LDM Slate Roofing, um, based in the Northwest, deal with slate roofing in Manchester, St Helens, and across the northwest of England. It's his dad.
I tell you what, and like knowing his dad looks like he could still pull on a shirt and do a bit as well, doesn't he?
Yeah. Operating out of the league. If you check out their website, ldmslateroofing.co.uk, for all your roofing requirements. Um, they're the men. And do you know what? He's backed his lad for the last 3 or 4 years. At some point, he's going to see one more. He's want to go
He's going to want to see. Go on,
a bigger
carry
return
on.
for his money and appearances. Yes,
Listen,
and this is Jake. 20 appearances in 2022, but only 10 in 2023. 9 in 2024, just as he looked like he was getting back, and you see him go down and he holds his shoulder, and you gutted for the lad because we need him. He's such a tremendous player, and we want him back on the field, and we desperately want him to remain injury free. And as we were talking about George Delaney yesterday, Jake Wingfield could be that a potentially option to play as a mobile prop.
yes, you're absolutely right. He started the season last year so well. His his ability to play anywhere in the pack kind of makes it so you can't really leave him out when he's in that type of form as well. And the fact that he only got 9 appearances last year, it means it is a big year for Jake. But if he can if he can maintain fitness, and I know I'm saying that like it's his choice whether his shoulder goes or not, and we all know I don't mean that. But if he can maintain fitness and he can get the form that he begun to show last year, then we've got a player on our hands here.
Yeah.
We really have.
Obviously reading his bio on the Saints website. After he suffered the injury last year, he actually went away and did a lot of work on his own, on his fitness and his physique. Um, and I just hope the lad reaps the rewards from it. And I think it says a lot for Jake that we've kept him around
Yeah,
because we
yeah,
know that there is a player there. Um,
yeah,
and for me, if Jake Wingfield is fully fit and firing, he makes your 17 every week.
yeah. He does so because of the ability that he's played a little bit at prop. Um, he can play second row. He can play 13. Sorry, Jake, I don't want to see you in at 9. We've got enough nines who can play there.
Kev hates you
Um,
at 9, Jake.
and it's for the same reason that I hate seeing Morgan Knowles at 9. You are miles better in the position that you actually play, and we've got specialist nines who can go in there. But you're right with regards to him just going away, doing his work, making sure that he gets fitter and can maintain that. So he's probably not coming back to pre-season, and he's I don't know, having to lose a little bit of timber or anything like that. Hopefully he's done all his work, and I imagine he will have done after having a bit of having shoulder problems over the year. He's done his rehab on that properly to give himself the best chance of getting back into the 17 and keeping his place in the 17. It helps that he's homegrown. It helps when players make over 10 appearances in a season. But you don't do that just out of sympathy or the hope of getting a little bit off the salary cap as you do if a player makes over 10 appearances, 10 or more appearances in a season. Because we'd have seen Harry Robertson thrown in for another game because he was on 9 as well. But I just feel sorry for this lad that he keeps on breaking down. And I genuinely hope that he can find anything like early season form and fitness last year.
Do we have to temper it by saying if it happens again though, and he doesn't get the appearances in at some point, Saints would have to look at cutting the losses?
I think his current deal is along them lines, isn't it? The third year, which is next season, is appearance based. Now, if he goes ahead and makes, don't know, 14 appearances, we'll say next year, and he's just kept out just on form, on the fact that somebody else has played a little bit better, but he's fit, might have a niggle. Say we get like a little, don't know, like a little groin strain or a knock on his knee
Yeah,
or something
which can
like
happen to anyone. Unrelated
that.
injuries, you're not
Yeah,
concerned about.
exactly. That's when that third year you would say, yeah, you've got to give him that. If his shoulder goes again, I would hope the club stick with him and help him through it. But there is a big discussion to be had behind the scenes on whether he he can take up a place in the squad just because we are in a salary cap sport.
Yeah.
I hope we don't get to that though, because I really like Jake Wingfield as a player. I think he's
Yeah.
a really, really good player.
And it's so easy to forget that he was actually in the 17 that beat Penrith in the World Club
Yeah,
Champions game.
yeah.
That
He's
shows
a
how
true
highly rated he is at the
champion.
club.
Yeah, yeah. He's a
I
true world
almost feel
champion.
like the conversation we're having now, though, is the conversation we had last year about him.
Yeah, I think so. And I think it's unfortunate that that's the case. And I think you do get a player like this every so often that you just hope they can overcome this, however, by whatever means, they can overcome the injuries and put together a good couple of years where they're making between, we'll say, 14 and 27 appearances each year.
And I think the man to look at is Johnny Lomax, isn't he?
Yeah, yeah.
Couple of ACL injuries, but was club stuck with him, and look, we reaped the benefits of it down the line. Right, that is Jake Wingfield done and dusted. Before I come off this screen, what when you see the slate roofing logo, Kev, what do you see? Do you see two houses or a house, or do you see an eagle with two windows logos?
Well, I did see two houses, but yeah, okay. You seen an eagle, are you?
I'm seeing an eagle.
Is that wing? Is that the wing bit? Is that by design? With it being Lee Wingfield.
Yeah, yeah. And if he hadn't thought of it before, he's claiming it now.
You can have that one.
Oh, it's Iggy Parsi! I've revealed it too early.
Oh, all
I'm
the
not telling you who's
jeopardy
coming
of tomorrow.
tomorrow. Who says we never give you the sneak preview, eh? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.